Mr. Sivarajah Ramanathan, CEO of StartupTN, Founder President, SIDA.
So, good morning, dignitaries on the dais and my good friends of the dais. So, I think, this event is very much emotionally touching because I could recall 15 years back. So first of all, let me declare that I am participating here not as the mission director and CEO of StartupTN, StartupTN, but as the founder president of SIDA. I just brief because this is an opportunity for me to share some of the nostalgic memories, which is very important because it is I'm relatively very good in initiating and setting a platform in 3 of my social impact initiatives, like including SIDA, then Native Lead, and now for government the StartupTN. I've set a very robust platform to, because initiating is very tough as well as easy. Tough in the sense the early stages, convincing the early stakeholders, building the trust and hope. That is the fundamental of building any social organization, social impact organization, and also the managing of different types of people. Because there is no money involved in here for anything, so for anyone, but we need to deliver a kind of a impact or a benefit to the members or the stakeholders. And everybody will look at what is in it for me to spare my time or money or energy or resources, whatever. So this is a very, very tough initiative for people like, even a person like me who is initiating that also. I don't expect any money out of it, and some kind of a passion for the state, for my city, my country, my people. So this is the driving force behind that. So with this driving force, setting up this kind of a platform and creating that trust and hope is very, very difficult. The easy part is that, scaling is another, scaling or sustaining is another game where, it is not so easy, but when the platform is robust and the platform is, ready with certain basic principles in place, basic, systems and process in place, it will become. There are many opportunities coming through this forum, then many people will vouch and support this forum. That's why I say building this organization is both easy and tough. Hope you understand. So coming back to the SIDA story, way back in 2002, I think, myself and my good friend Aswin, we initiated this small thought of creating an association for IT companies. At that point of time, there was one association for the hardware dealers. It is, I think, the name of that organization called CAMS, Computer Association or something, Computer and Media Society or something like that. So I was also having a hardware company, a hardware distribution company. I was one of the first hardware distribution companies way back in 91. Then later, we thought when we ventured into 10 years, I was doing this hardware business. Then, in 2000, I started a software company. Then we thought of, establishing a association. Then, then I was always, interested to, have this kind of a forums or associations for the growth of that particular city or the particular region. Then 2002, we initiated a movement called ITDA, IT Development Association. Myself and Aswin were the only members, and from the beginning, to some extent at that time, even I was not so aware of Kadir and Vardarajan and all. There were 1 or 2, hardly 5 or 6 we could find as players in this area. We couldn't find any any decent company, at least with some 5-10 people, doing something around software in Madurai. So we slowly dropped that. Then subsequently we thought, we should not give up the initiative, because that at that point of time, there was the development of IT park, the Tidal Park in Chennai, which was a very big success for the IT industry. Then the initial thought was to bring an IT park to Madurai. Then we thought, creating an association for us with 2-3 members will go nowhere. So we approached CII, Confederation of Indian Industry, and maybe kind of attached that ITTA, the 2 or 3 member association with CII, and I became the IT panel convener there. And with the support of Mr. Liji George, the former CII chair, we were liaising with the government of Tamil Nadu to bring or build an IT park in Madurai. So that is how we started. Then subsequently, I think, if I am not wrong, we would have visited not less than 20-25 times to Chennai. We invited the then ELCOT MD here a couple of many times, and we were traveling with him to identify the lands. Still I remember the land which is in Elandai Kulam, the land which is in Vadapalanji, even the finalization, with the vendors or the land owners. I was part of that, discussions or something like that. So subsequently, with the support of CII, we could, then the government, because I would like to share this story. Now we have IT parks and tidal parks everywhere, but the first initiative was taken by this small group from Madurai. That's only after that the government, floated a program for establishing IT parks in 9 places. So that was our first initiative. This, even if you go to the old records, the initial, the IT park launching, there will be a inspection before the launching. Then still you could see, a photograph with then ELCOT MD, Dr. Uma Shankar and myself and Liji George, inspecting before the launch of this particular Elandai Kulam IT park. So that was one memory. So that gave me a very big confidence that, when we, come together and, approach the government and bring all the stakeholders, things will happen. So after that, then slowly, people, we could see many small companies coming up in Madurai. Then in 2008-9, again, I wanted to do a strong association. So in that time, again, there was no much information available, who is doing what. We tried through internet. Then there was one small marketing company called Telenews. It's a Madurai-based company. They were collecting data of multiple sectors, multiple companies, and they have a small database. And they also, if you ask me, if you ask them, for a particular, the today's, there are so many, this database marketing companies. So this company helped me to identify some 50-60 small software developers, website developers, because we don't want to have the hardware dealers. So then I took the list, almost 3 months worked, to reaching out them, calling them, visiting them directly. Initially, I wanted to have a couple of big companies. Say then Kadir was one of them. Helped me a lot in bringing in that confidence with others. Then also I would like to thank the big companies here, Honeywell and HCL. Honeywell was a big support at that point of time, because they were the first to launch their corporate structure here. And in CII before me, the first IT panel convener was from Honeywell. So I was the second convener when CII created this IT panel. So then I had a very good relationship with the Honeywell group. So slowly, we ran several forums, and I think, Prabhu displayed that in 2010, we invited the district collector, then district collector Mr. Kamaraj IAS, to launch the forum. So then, we had, even at that point of time, we had many plans. We had some 6-7 vice presidents, one for government licensing, one for international market development, one for HR development, one for new technology and trend introduction, maybe a learning and development kind of thing. So the plan was very good, but after that, as I told you, sometimes these kind of organizations will take off, then some slowdown will happen. Then, it's all depends on the leadership. So many leaders, many presidents came in, and I'm very happy that this organization is sustaining for 15 years, and really, really happy that, so many companies and, big hit, a big hand for all of you. Yeah, no kuda nalla kai thattalam. Seringla. Because in the Mariana, these kind of initiatives, these kind of coming together, this kind of collaborative efforts, these kind of co-creational efforts definitely will, take our city, our companies to the next level. So I would like to conclude with a couple of thoughts. See, one thing is I was discussing with Prabhu Ram, and also I miss my co-founder here, Mr. Aswin Desai. So at this point of time, I would like to remember one very, very, very important person who really gave life to this organization is Mr. Purushothaman, sitting here. Sir, you can just stand up and show your face. Purushothaman sir was the largest association for IT companies. So I went and met him in his Chennai office. Sir, that we have started a very small association in Madurai, and I don't know how we could make things or do things. So you need to guide us. I think even Purushothaman sir was there for the first inaugural session. So he assured that NASSCOM will do every support. It was like a big achievement. His commitment, his words were big achievement for me at that point. I still feel that the small office in Chennai, I was there waiting for, I went even very early morning when the office was opened. I was sitting there. He came around 10 o'clock, and it was still fresh. I remember very freshly that meeting, and within 10 minutes he said, "Don't worry, this is a very good initiative. நானும் மதுரையில் காமராஜர் யூனிவர்சிட்டியில் தான் MBA பண்ணேன், எங்கள் ஊரும் தூத்துக்குடி தான், நம்ம ஊருக்கு பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு he immediately that is the powerful that native feeling. So even these small two SIDAs developed, because he was pushing every day. It is not like calling a chief guest for a day and he is talking. He was pushing me every day. What is happening? How many members you added? What programs we should do? And in fact, I would appreciate NASSCOM. We didn't have any funds. All are very, very small companies. Many events, they will come here, they will run programs in the title of SIDA. Not even NASSCOM programs, supported by NASSCOM. So that is the level of support we had from NASSCOM, especially Puru sir. Whatever SIDA is today, I think 60%, even if not more, 60% of the credit goes to you, sir. So, because good people, good acts always should be remembered with utmost gratitude. So that should be the fundamental characteristics, fundamental culture, of Madurai. So that, at this point of time, as a founder president, and I'm very happy that Puru sir is also here, because that is the biggest thing that, we should have. I think, Prabhu, you should have had Mr. Puru, who drove SIDA to this level. Maybe last 10 years or so, he moved out of NASSCOM. So because of that, we forgot that you are rolling the IT ecosystem. Anyway, so this is one thing. Then finally, I was talking to Aswin and also the other office bearers, including the current president, Prabhu Ram. That change is the only fortunate moment for me. Though I hold many positions, I go to many events. This event is very, very important for me personally. The change is the only constant factor. So since I am heading the startup mission, I was continuously telling Prabhu Ram that SIDA also should have a focused, maybe a panel or a section to promote startups, because projects and services, we are very good at services and projects, but the time we have to realize what is happening around us. Kadir was telling about the AI disruption. AI is really disrupting. So they say that I'm not a tech person. They say that in future means not after 10 years or 15 years. Even it is happening, started happening. Now 100-member company will become 2-member company. A 500-member company will become a 10-member company. Even one-man company can create big things, because the coding has become, as transitioned into prompt engineering. If you are good at the domain and if you understand the things very deeply, we can very easily create a program with less manpower, less resources. So this disruption will take away many mediocre or average coding jobs. So this will totally change the software industry. So how we are going to adopt to that? Then what is the number? What are the how many brands we created from SIDA or from Madurai, for that matter, in the IT industry, right? That is something I'm very concerned, and we should not focus anymore on mere service companies, because their sales matters. You have to convince, identify a client, convince, and sustain. It is also a good business, I'm not denying that, but we should thrive on marketing. Your brand should take you to the next level. So we are in the era of branding and scaling and innovation. So how SIDA is going to bring these kind of elements and cultures into its membership is what the future is all about. So I request the SIDA office bearers to focus on innovation, branding, and marketing driven strategies, not sales driven strategies. So this is a deep subject, and I think the office bearer will take up these issues, and I'm always ready to bring in very good resources to run the workshops around this. And maybe next 1 year, the SIDA should have a mandate that or a target or a KRA that the next 1 year, like that we'll meet again on this day or somewhere around, and we should have at least 25 powerful brands created out of SIDA. So this is something you should take as this thing. And let me conclude that we are in a very good state. Even the startup ecosystem is I'm representing the StartupTN, which is a very new organization, 3-year-old organization for government. As I said, how SIDA is now. I stepped down after first year, because we created a model that every president will stay there for first year. Then subsequently it was increased to second year. But I stepped down in first years, because that I should not hold the position and not giving opportunity to others. But like that, we have a systems and process, but it somehow it came to this level, and I am sure that with the new ideas, new thought process, new strategies, new frameworks, SIDA will take Madurai and South Tamil Nadu to next levels. Then subsequently, I created an organization called Native Lead Foundation, which is into angel investing, and that also we started way back in 2014. And now, we have done some close to 42 investments, close to 100 crores of investments we deployed. That is there with 250 investors. And that is the second thing. Again, I came out of that when I took over this government initiative. And after me coming out of Native Lead, it is growing double the time when I was there. So that's the thing, I'm very, very happy that, when I come out of this organization, the organizations are still growing. So people are there to take that social initiative that. And, the StartupTN is also a very big success story. We took the state from 2021, we were at the last rank in the national ranking. Now we are at the first. And when we took over, when we started, there were only 2,150 startups. Now it is 10,500 startups, 5-fold growth. and many Niti Aayog termed Tamil Nadu as one of the model innovation state. So many things are happening good around us, and I wish each and every SIDA member a very grand success. Think creating a brand. So this is my only message I wanted to leave you. Nothing else. Other things are my personal sharing. I took the opportunity and liberty to share my own feelings and my own nostalgic memories. But one powerful message that I would like to leave is to every SIDA member that you should create a brand, and that first step should be taken. Next year when we have this kind of a meeting, we should have a brand launch of at least 25 companies. So with this, I wish all the members of SIDA and wish all the office bearers, especially I wanted to congratulate and thank AlphaNet Siva, because whoever the president, he kept the organization intact and drove the organization. So where is Siva? I don't know. And whoever there, slow or fast, but he ensured that the organization is alive. So thanks for that, Siva. And many people I have to thank, but in want of time, like Vardarajan, Kuti Shankar, so there are Kadir and Radhakrishnan. So many people contributed to this association. So always believe in collaboration, co-creation. Okay, we will make Madurai as a very powerful IT destination with powerful innovation and brands. Thank you so much.